This week's Prepper Pantry haul and some real talk about protecting your preps. Hello friends, it's Jara with Wicked Prepared. To our subscribers, welcome back. And to our new viewers, hello, welcome, and we would love to have you as a subscriber. Today I'm going to share a Prepper Pantry haul. I got a lot of things that I'm excited about, some good deals, but first and foremost, I wanted to say that our hearts and our prayers go out to everyone who was affected by the tornadoes last weekend. It was so devastating and so scary to hear the details. I feel like we keep getting reminder after reminder of why we need to be prepared and why we need to be prepared for anything. Expect the unexpected. I've said it before and I'll say it again. These storms were unprecedented and record-setting, and not in a good way. And this is not even the time of year that's considered to be tornado season. This is not something anyone was expecting. I'm sure the Texans were not expecting last winter the ice storms that happened down there and caused so much devastation and death. We had a viewer write in and say how disheartening it was to see the news of the tornadoes and realize that you could do all this prepping and it could all be gone in an instant, and asking what could be done about that. Sometimes there's nothing you can do. You just try to prepare for every situation. You should definitely have something set up near your door, a bug out bag, an evacuation kit, some food you can carry with you, but that's only going to get you so far. Here in Maine and in other parts of the country where homes tend to have basements and cellars, a lot of our preps are kept in the basement, and that's probably a great place to keep them. It's supposed to be the safest place for humans to go in a lot of weather events, so I imagine it's also the safest place for your preps. Most of us can't afford to have a separate bug out location and keep it stocked with supplies. Most of us can't afford an underground bunker stocked with everything we would need for years. It's just not reality for most of us. Their comment made me think about something important though. Definitely try to keep an inventory of all the preps in your home. You should really keep an inventory and documentation of everything in your home for insurance purposes. You can go through with your video camera, your phone works just as well. Go through and get video and photograph documentation of everything you have in your home, not just your preps. It's a good idea to do it for everything. And definitely keep that in a location that's outside of your home. Now, you may or may not feel comfortable uploading that to the cloud, depending on how secure you feel that is. But you can definitely keep copies on flash drives. You can keep it at the office. You can keep it at a relative's home that you trust that's a little bit farther away from your home. You can keep a copy in your vehicle, in your bug out bag, in case of a devastating storm like a tornado or hurricane, a flood, or a fire. You'll have a record of things for your insurance company. Just like everything else, it never hurts to be prepared. It's better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it. All right, let's see what I picked up this week to add to our preps. All right, so let's see what we got. Once again, I spread it across 2 different surfaces because it turned out to be quite a bit of stuff. So on this table, I've got my food items. And over here, I've got my non-food items. So the first thing I've got here was my Thrive Life Black Friday order. Now this took quite a while to get here because of the volume of sales that they had for the Black Friday sale. Even though as a consultant I got to order a day early, it still took until December for me to get my order. But it's okay because none of this was stuff that I needed. This was stuff that I was stocking up on extra, not things that were out of for the most part. I did get 1 pack of coconut bites, which this wasn't on sale, but I do try to throw in at least 1 pouch of snackies every time I make an order because the kids love these. These are delicious. And I also got the kids the pomegranate yogurt bites because they love the yogurt bites, and those were on sale. I got one of the sauces. This is the velouté, which is the chicken gravy. Now I really love their sauces because they're all gluten-free, which isn't really important to me, but I know it's important to a lot of people. But the ingredients that these have in them, you can whisk them right into your bubbling mixture. You can whisk it right in and it won't clump up. It'll just thicken up nicely and they taste really good. I use a lot of this one. So I grabbed a can of that on sale. And then I got some fruit. We got blueberries and peaches. And I got 2 cans of the green bell peppers. I have really been into bell peppers lately, using a lot of those. So I got 2 cans of those. A can of broccoli because we love the broccoli. Now this was pretty exciting. This one right here is the sour cream powder, which is nothing new, but it's usually only available in the pantry size can, which is about a quarter the size of the family can. This is kind of the difference between a gallon and a quart. So just for Black Friday, they had it available in gallon size cans and it was 50% off. So I was very excited about that. So I grabbed one of those. Now this was a pretty big order because it was a big sale. Now it doesn't really look like a huge order. I did have a couple of items that were back ordered, and I do have something else over on the other table that was a non-food item that I'll be showing you later. So this was a pretty big order, but what I typically tend to do with my Thrive Life orders, because we've got our working pantry pretty well built, so I usually order just around $100 every month to keep make sure that I get the free shipping. And then, but if it's a big sale month, like they have big sales for Black Friday, they have a big sale in the spring, and they have a big sale. They had a really amazing sale this past August. They always have a great big sale for back to school time. So during the big sales, I usually will add more. I'll stock up on things that either we really like a lot or things that are a really, really good price, because usually the prices vary. You know, some things have a bigger discount than others. So that's how I do it. And then what I do, because most of these are not something we need to open right now, they're something that we're storing for later. So what I do is I write the date that I purchased it on the lid and what it is, because I store these in boxes. The boxes they come in are actually perfect for storing these number 10 cans because they hold them perfectly. So I have a bunch of the boxes downstairs and I put them in according to type, like vegetables, fruits, or if it's something that we have a lot of, I'll have one box just for that item. And I label them on the lid just because it's easier for me as I'm looking down in the boxes to see what I have and to see what I need to take out next. So next I've got some more of these Sunbird Asian seasoning mixes. I have a lot of little items that were Ibotta deals because I'm working on a really big bonus right now. Ibotta has really great deals. You've seen, if you've been watching my hauls, you've seen that I've gotten a lot of things for free, a lot of money makers, and just a lot of really good deals. But they also have bonuses that you can earn. For example, you might earn $5 for doing 20 rebates. And that's in addition to the money that you earn back for the rebate. So right now I'm working on a really big one. It's the whole month of December. It's a $45 bonus for doing 140 rebates. So I've been doing a lot of little rebates. So these, because these are under $1, and you know I use these anyways. So I've been getting just one at a time, because if you get one and use the rebate, it counts as one rebate, and then it will reset 24 hours later usually, and you can do it again. So you're going to get 2 counts. You know, it's going to count twice towards your bonus, as opposed to buying, you know, you can usually buy up to 5 at one time, but that's only going to count once for your bonus. So I got some Mongolian beef, some General's chicken, beef and broccoli. I tried to get ones that I didn't already stock up on a lot of. So I got those. This was some fajita seasoning mix, great value. I've never found the great value one before. This was in the clearance aisle. They only had 3 packets and it was 40 cents, which I thought was a good deal, but I typically have been getting my fajita seasoning at Save-A-Lot, and I don't think I pay more than 40-45 cents for it there, and it's really good, but I've been buying it there because I never could find it at Walmart, so I decided I should give theirs a try since I found it. Now this Ragu double cheddar sauce, we use a lot of this. I like this, but they changed the packaging. It's now in one of these boxes, like the milk comes in, the shelf-stable milk, and I decided this was a deal on Shopkick. It was a really good deal. I don't remember how much I got off, but it made it really cheap, so I figured I would try one in the box. Now the shelf life, I didn't know how this would affect the shelf life, but this shelf life, it says April for 2023, so it's about 1.5 years, so I don't think that's going to be much worse than the glass jars, and it's going to be a lot easier to store in these boxes than the glass jars. But I do have a case of it in the jars down in the cellar, so I only grabbed one of these so I could use that deal. And then this was an Ibotta deal. Like I said, you're going to see a lot of those because I'm working on that bonus. Pearl couscous, I thought this would be a great thing to have. I love the little container it comes in, and this actually, all these Rice Select brands had rebates, but this was the cheapest price item, so it was the biggest discount with the rebate, so that's why I grabbed this. And this is the couscous that's a little bit bigger than the couscous you typically see. I think it's also called Israeli style couscous, but I thought it would be nice to have. I do have quite a bit of the smaller type. I don't have any of this. Next I got a couple of these bags, Baconettes. This is just a brand of pork rinds. I love pork rinds. I buy them all the time. I tend to buy them at Dollar Tree, but this was another Ibotta rebate, so it made it a really good deal, and it counted as one of my rebates toward my bonus. I use these in place of chips. I dip salsa with these. I dip any kind of dip with these. So that's why I grabbed these. I did get some taco shells. I've got 4 boxes here. I try to keep quite a bunch of taco shells on hand because we do like tacos a lot. We do these a lot, and we do have ground beef that's canned. so we could have these pretty shelf stable. I like to put things like tomato and lettuce and things like that on my tacos, but none of the rest of my family does. So they're perfectly happy with just some shelf stable items to put on their tacos. And then I did grab a bunch of these Cheetos mac and cheese, because this was another Ibotta rebate. My kids love mac and cheese, and they don't really care. Well, they do care about the brand. They don't really care for the off-brand as much. They usually like Kraft. But I did get these one at a time, letting the rebate reset every 24 hours, because I don't really need macaroni and cheese. I haven't had to buy macaroni and cheese in years. I got the most amazing deal on the Kraft. It was kind of a pricing error on Walmart's part, but I didn't realize it. And one of the employees was stocking the shelves, and he pointed out that the 5-packs that they sell bundled together were marked down as a rollback for 98 cents or whatever the price of one box usually is. He said, look at this, it's a really great deal. And I was like, wow, that really is a great deal. So I grabbed as many of those as I could. They didn't correct the pricing error for quite a while, so I grabbed them multiple days, multiple stores. I still have some of that, and it's been several years, and one of my kids eats macaroni and cheese almost on the daily. But I do need to start replacing what he's been eating. It's been really difficult for me to buy macaroni and cheese, where I am now paying regular price for them instead of paying, $1 for a 5-pack. So I figured getting these on the Ibotta deal would be good. It's a good rebate to do because they're pretty cheap. They're about $1, a little bit under $1, and then you get, I think, 20 cents off of each box. So I got a bunch of those. They also have the cups, the little microwave cups, and it's a separate rebate, and I've been doing those because I need to get as many rebates as I can for my bonus. I didn't include those here because I don't really consider those a prepping item because they have to be done in the microwave. So typically I tend to think of things I can do without electricity. So I didn't include those in this haul. I did get 4 cans of the B&M brown bread. That's kind of a New England thing. It's not exactly like typical bread, so don't get all excited thinking you can stock up on canned bread like sandwich bread. I don't really know how to describe brown bread. It's kind of more of a sweet bread, I guess. It's not really a sweet bread, but so if you've had brown bread, let me know down in the comments and describe what you think it's like so that everyone else can understand, because I'm having a hard time describing it. You can get this with raisins or without raisins. My mother used to make this from scratch. It's a pretty typical New England Maine meal to have red hot dogs and baked beans, coleslaw, and some brown bread with raisins or without raisins. My mom used to make it from scratch, and she would cook it right in the can. I don't know what the purpose is of cooking it in a can, but that's how it's done. And then you can just take it right out of the can. It's kind of like a loaf of cranberry sauce. It's just shaped like the can, and you can even slice it with a string of plain dental floss if you want. Just wrap it around, cross it, and pull it through. So I grabbed 4 of those to have more of those on hand because we haven't had that in a while. I got a bunch of these water chestnuts. I do use these. I have one recipe that I make a lot around Christmas that uses water chestnuts. I also like them in stir fries and spinach dip, things like that. I usually get these Dynasty ones that are sold in the like the Asian food aisle. The Reese is one that was an Ibotta rebate, and I have seen that rebate before, and I've never done it because I thought our store did not sell this brand, because they're not with the Asian food like these. They're actually with the vegetables, the canned vegetables. So I actually found them because there's also a rebate for these Reese artichoke hearts. So I went to find those, and I noticed that these were right next to them. So I got 4 cans of the water chestnuts, 2 different brands, and that's why. I got several cans and packets of the Chicken of the Sea pink salmon. That's a great thing to have on hand, and this was an Ibotta rebate, so these are pretty cheap. This is one of the cheaper brands, and then to get, I think it's 50 cents off each can or each packet with the rebate. Like I said, I do it, I let it reset, and then I do it again 24 hours later, so this was actually 4 separate rebates towards my bonus. So the canned salmon is great. You can mix it up into like a sandwich spread, kind of like tuna. It's really good if you have some chopped hard-boiled egg and some dill in with it. My mom used to just mix up a packet of Alfredo sauce mix and mix in some salmon and put it with pasta. You can make salmon loaf or salmon cakes pretty easily. My grandmother used to make salmon pea wiggle, she called it, because they would go up to Alaska all summer and they would can, the men would fish and the women would can the salmon they caught. She would bring home cases and cases of canned salmon, and she would just make up a white sauce and put in some salmon and some peas, and we would serve that over toast, and it was so good. It was one of my favorite meals. And of course, actually, Thrive Life, one of the sauces that they have is a white sauce, so I could just use the white sauce mix a can or a pouch of some salmon and a can of peas and have it over. You could have it over crackers, you could have it over toast, biscuits, anything. I did get a 4-pack of the cream of chicken soup. We use a lot of the cream of chicken, and this was a rebate on Shopkick, actually. And I could have done the rebate on just the single can of cream of chicken, and it would take the same amount off, and it would have been a very low price, almost free. But since we use a lot of it, I decided I'd take a little bit less of a deal. It's still a good deal, and get the 4-pack. I got this can of mushrooms, pieces and stems. This was in the clearance aisle, only one of them. So I grabbed it because we do use those. And I did tell you about the Reese's artichoke hearts. I love artichoke hearts like this. I love the marinated ones in certain things, and I love these that are not marinated. I like these mostly on pizza, and I like them in like a quesadilla with these and a really sharp white cheddar cheese with some garlic powder sprinkled on it. That is so good. I also like to put these in pasta salad. You can put these in all sorts of things. There's a artichoke crab meat spread that I make sometimes at Christmas time that is delicious, that uses these. So this was another, and this actually had been rolled back. The price had been rolled back almost as cheap as the Great Value brand. So with the additional discount of the Ibotta rebate, it was considerably cheaper than the Great Value brand. So I really love it when I can get a name brand for the same price or less as the store brand with some of my rebate apps. Next, I've got this big kind of row of breakfasty kind of items and snack items. These were actually all Ibotta rebates again, but these are things that we do use a lot of. So this mostly was the dinosaur egg oatmeal. I actually have a lot of instant oatmeal packets in my surplus room. I have tons. I really didn't need more oatmeal, but my kids really love, a couple of my kids anyways, really love this dinosaur egg one. So they're always picking those and eating those. So we're always out of that flavor, even though we have 1,000,001 other flavors in our storage. So I figured I'd get a few boxes of these while it was a rebate. It was a really good deal, and it also counted towards my rebates. So I got 3 of those, and then one of the s'mores, because it was only certain flavors of the oatmeal that worked for the rebate, and these were 2 of them. And one day I just wanted to do a rebate, and we'd never tried the s'mores, and they didn't have the dinosaur egg, so I grabbed that. I got these Kodiak cakes. This is a pancake mix, pancake and waffle mix. It's pretty expensive on its own, but there was an Ibotta rebate, and there was also a Fetch rebate. So I ended up getting it for a really low price. It was probably at least as cheap as buying the store brand regular old pancake mix. And this is 100% whole grains. It's got protein, and it's actually a dark chocolate flavor, which I think my kids will really, really love. And you can't get that in the regular store brand pancake mix. So that was definitely worth buying. It is a just add water mix, which I think is very important with your preps. You want to make sure that it's just add water, which this one is. And then I got a few boxes of granola bars. We've got these Quaker Chewy mini dips. I got both flavors to try. We've never tried, my kids love these granola bars, but they've never tried these particular flavors. And then the Cap'n Crunch treats we also have never gotten before, but I have one kid who is wild about Cap'n Crunch cereal, so I'm sure he'll love that. Next up, and you guys are probably going to think I'm crazy, tell me if there's anyone else out there who likes this stuff. This is from Dollar Tree. I think this is the only item in this whole haul that's not from Walmart besides my Thrive Life stuff. I actually really love this guacamole style dip. That's definitely what it is. I'm not going to tell you that it's just like fresh guacamole, because it's not. It's a shelf stable, you know. It does have avocado in the ingredients, but it's pretty low down on the list of ingredients, but it's guacamole-ish, and I really like it. I've become kind of addicted to it, honestly. If I'm out running errands all day and I get hungry, I usually don't want to take the time or spend the money to stop and get something to eat or go to fast food or anything, so I'll just try to grab some kind of a low-carb snack at Dollar Tree. So I was trying all their dips with the pork rinds, and this ended up being my favorite. It really kind of grew on me. I love this, and I hadn't been able to find it in months and months and months. I was completely out. I'd been to all the Dollar Trees in my area, which is 4 different Dollar Trees, multiple times, never found it. They were restocking every other kind of dip except this one, so I really thought they weren't going to make this anymore. They'd probably discontinued it. And then just a day or 2 ago, I walked into my local Dollar Tree for one thing, totally unrelated, and I always check this aisle for these dips, and I walked and they had a brand new shipment of it. I was so excited. I grabbed a dozen cans. I told myself if I found this again that I was going to grab like every can I could find, but I didn't. I left some on the shelf. I got a dozen. I'll probably go back and get more. I do not want to run out of this again. If I had had these when I made my emergency meal kits that I did in my last video, I would have probably thrown a can of these in with each of the Tex-Mex style meals that I did. So I'm probably going to go back and add one of those to each of those meal kits. So next, this was an Ibotta rebate. These Honey Stinger waffles. We get these quite a bit because they're usually an Ibotta rebate. They're a pretty inexpensive little snack, and we do like them. I'm a little confused about what they're really supposed to be. They're not sold with the groceries. They're sold in the, like the fitness equipment area. So they're actually like an energy performance enhancing little snack, and they're very thin and light. So they're really a great thing to pack in a bug out bag, a get home bag, you know, any kind of place that you're packing snacks and food. That would be a great option. I got these Taco Bell taco sauce. These were in the clearance aisle at my Walmart, 75 cents each, so I grabbed 2 of those. Then we've got some dressings. Now this is another I bought a rebate. This had a $2 rebate on it, which made it pretty inexpensive. And it's ranch. We like ranch, so I figured we'd try this one. This no sugar added barbecue sauce was another I bought a rebate, and I do like to have no sugar added products, so I grabbed one of these to try. The Kraft blue cheese dressing. Kraft has another I bought a rebate. Like I said, I'm trying to get this bonus, guys, so I'm doing as many I bought a rebates as I can. But I'm only going to do it on things that I would typically already buy, and only if it turns out to be a pretty good deal. I don't want to pay more for something just to get the bonus. But these are $1.98 in my store, and it's a 50-cent rebate, so they end up being about the same price as the store brand. So I've been grabbing these instead. I love it when I can get the name brand for as cheap as the store brand. And then I've got a few cans of mandarin oranges back there. These are the bigger cans, the more family-sized cans. That's a fruit that most of my family likes, and I'm trying to bulk up our canned fruit stores. I should have actually gotten more of these. I think I did get more, and somebody ate some. But okay, now I've got some baking supplies. Well, this was just another random I bought a rebate. We have somebody in the house who really likes Butterfinger, and well, at least one person, probably more than one. But these are a 25-cent rebate, and they're pretty cheap. They're marked at 88 cents in the store, but they ring up cheaper than that in my store. I can't remember. I think it's 74 cents maybe. So it's just a cheap rebate to do if you're working on a bonus. Now these butterscotch chips, you see back here, I finally did find my peanut butter chips. These butterscotch chips were supposed to be peanut butter chips. After not being able to find the peanut butter chips at my Walmart, on the app, or anything, I finally found them at the store that's a few towns away. So I ordered them as part of my pickup order because I had to go down there anyways. And they substituted them for butterscotch chips. Now this is where I was pretty unhappy with, the only time I've really been unhappy with my Walmart pickups. Because I got the email about the substitutions, and I went to try to, I didn't want to accept the substitutions that they were giving me. I don't need butterscotch chips. It's not that we don't like them, we love them, but I literally have a whole box of them downstairs. I just didn't need these. So I tried to cancel it through the email, and it said I was too late, but I could still refuse it at pickup. Well, when it got time to pick up, the young man who brought them out told me that it was too late for me to refuse them, and I basically would have had to bring them in the store and return them. And I know when they get groceries returned, they can't resell it. It just gets thrown away. So I decided that I would just keep them, and we've just been, I made a batch of butterscotch oatmeal cookies. So we've been trying to use through some of the ones that we have, the older ones that we have, and I'll add these to the back of the stock. And I did find my peanut butter chips at Walmart, so I got 4 bags of those, because those are the ones that I didn't have any peanut butter chips, surprisingly. I have every other kind of chip in abundance. I don't know why I didn't have peanut butter chips. I did grab 3 more bags of brown sugar. I know I just got brown sugar in my last haul, I think, but we've been using a ton of it doing baking because it's the holidays, and so I figured I better add some more, so I got 3 more bags. And I also did grab a baking powder and a cornstarch because I needed some more of those things. We're getting low on those. This was another Ibotta deal. This pasta, it's like veggie pasta made with zucchini. Now this was I think it was a $2.98, almost $3 box of pasta. It had a $2 rebate, so it made this under $1. So it made it about the same price as buying the store brand of regular whole grain pasta. So I thought this would be a good thing to try because I like to try different healthy types of pasta. Now this angel hair. This is angel hair. This was supposed to be spaghetti. This was my other issue with that pickup order. This was the other item that was substituted, which I didn't want. I really needed the spaghetti. If you've seen some of my other haul videos, you know that I mix different types of pasta, several different types of pastas, and I mix them together in my containers. And I had plenty of every other type of spaghetti that I use, except for the Barilla Protein Plus. So I wanted to get some more of those so that I'd have kind of an equal amount for when I restock my bin. And they gave me angel hair. And we really don't use much angel hair, so I did not want this. But now that I'm stuck with it, I'm definitely going to find a use for it. And it does have some benefits. I know angel hair cooks faster, which in a survival situation, if you have, you know, fuel is scarce, it might be good to have something that cooks faster. I know we talked about that in the last haul video when we talked about the instant rice, instant beans, instant quinoa. So there are some benefits to the angel hair, so I'll definitely use it. And then the last thing I have here is some drink mixes. These were another, I bought a rebate, and they were all 3 separate ones. There was a separate rebate for the kids, a separate rebate for the energy. These are the True Lemon. And there was a separate rebate for just the regular True Lemon drinks. And so the rebates made them all cheaper than buying the Great Value brand of, you know, similar drink mixes. And it gave me 3 separate rebates. And we do use a lot of these drink mix packets. We use them regularly, but they're also a good thing to have in your preps, because if you are having to treat your water, filter your water, you know, you might need to add something to make it taste a little bit better. And then the last thing I got was these Pringles Wavy. 3 of these. I know we do go through a lot of these chips, and that was another I bought a rebate, so I got 3 of those Pringles Wavy. And now on to the non-food items. Well, once again, my pet food is over here. This is just 4 cans of cat food. I still haven't found, I did get a couple cases a haul or 2 ago, you might have seen. I still haven't found the really big cans that I want to get. So I just picked up 4 of these sort of medium-sized cans. And the cat food aisle is still looking really grim at our store. It has not improved at all. And I've been checking every time I go in the store, which is pretty frequently. I got some Schweppes ginger ale. This was another couple of Ibotta rebates, and I like to keep ginger ale on hand just for when people are sick and might want ginger ale for their tummy. So I got those because you definitely want to keep things like that in your preps, things that you need when your kiddos are sick, because don't we know they always tend to get sick in the middle of the night when the stores are closed, or you just can't leave them because they're sick. So you need to keep that stuff on hand. I did get some coffee. These were some more rebates. These were a couple of Ibotta rebates. I think these were $3 off, which made them a really pretty good price. And these were actually on, these McCafe were actually on Shopkick. And these were a great deal. These are K-Cups, so really they're not so much of a prepping item, because in an SHTF situation, if the grid is down, I'm not going to be using my Keurig. But I guess you could open the pods up and dump the coffee out to make coffee the old-fashioned way. But they were a really great deal on Shopkick. They were less than half price, which made them about the same price as my Great Value brand I usually get, especially considering that the Great Value brand has gone up in price considerably, like most everything else. So we do store, even though that's not really so much of a prep, we do store some ground coffee. We store instant coffee. I would like to start storing coffee beans. That's really, storing green coffee beans is really the way to go. They store for quite a long time, and then you roast them yourself and grind them. We're not there yet. We're going to work on that. I got these. You know, I got one of these before as a moneymaker deal. This was not a moneymaker deal, but it was another Ibotta. It was almost free. These were 2 at a time. It was a rebate. It was supposed to be buy one, get one free. Get $1.75 back when you buy 2, because most stores have raised the price to $1.75 on one of these. To me, that's insane. There are 9 wipes in this little pack. Can you imagine paying $1.75 for this? They've always been 97 cents, and they're still 97 cents in my store. So getting $1.75 back on 2 of them makes them almost free. So I'm going to stock up on as many as I can before my store raises the price too, because I can't see paying $1.75 for a 9-pack of wipes. Now, if we use them in the house, I just use the big canisters like that. But these are really good to keep in your car, to stash in your purse. If you have like an evacuation kit, these could be great to keep in the evacuation kit, because you never know what kind of conditions you might run into if you end up evacuating to a motel or an emergency shelter or something like that. So I like to keep these in a lot of places. I have quite a few of these already, but like I said, the price is going up to be something that I would not consider paying, so I'll get as many as I can now. This little thing of Tums, now I like these because these are pretty easy to stick also in like little travel first aid kits. So I do buy these typically, but this was actually free on Shopkick. So I'll have links to all of my apps that I use down in the description box. I usually always do, so that you can get some of these deals too. The Band-Aid, that was just another I bought a rebate. We have a good supply of Band-Aids. But there was a $1 rebate, and I figured I don't have as many of this little teeny size. And I did want to get some more of those, so I grabbed this box of Band-Aids. This was almost free between coupons and rebates, so I figured I'd add, this is a pretty fancy toothpaste. We have quite a bit of toothpaste, but I figured for almost free, I'd add this one. I used a $3 coupon and a $3, I think it was an Ibotta rebate. Now, here's the thing about coupons. I used a printable coupon on this, and let me tell you, if you're going to use printable coupons, I know some people don't want to be bothered with coupons at all, and that's why I like the apps. I like that I can get some really good deals and freebies sometimes without even using paper coupons. But I like to use the printable ones because I do not get a newspaper. My sister will usually bring me what's left after she goes through the coupons from her paper, but I don't always have paper coupons. So if I use the printable ones, if you're going to use printable coupons, you want to join Swagbucks and print your coupons through Swagbucks. They have all the exact same coupons that coupons.com has, but they give you extra Swagbucks for printing the coupons. It used to be, it varies. Right now it's only 1 Swagbuck, which is 1 cent for every 3 coupons you print, but hey, that helps pay for the paper that you're printing them on. But they also give you Swagbucks when you redeem the coupon. And right now it's 50 Swagbucks, which is 50 cents for each coupon you redeem, which is basically like adding 50 extra cents onto the value of that coupon. To me, that's insane. I wouldn't print my coupons any other way. It does take usually quite a while. It can take 6 to 8 weeks for that to credit, because it has to go through the whole process that coupons go through. They get deposited in the store gathers them and sends them to the clearinghouse where they get scanned, and somehow that scan connects it to your account. But I've seen it happen on my account many, many times. It does eventually credit. And another thing that I love about Swagbucks is that they have all sorts of different ways that you can earn. They have, there's not just the coupons, they have rebates, in-store rebates, where you submit your receipt, just like Ibotta and all those other ones, and they have some really good ones. I've had some extreme money makers on there. They also have shop and earn, where you can shop through Swagbucks. Anytime I'm making an online purchase, I go to Swagbucks and I click through the store's link. Walmart, JCPenney, any store, click through there and you earn a % back. Depending on the store, some stores it's a very small percent, like Walmart right now is 1%, but some stores like JCPenney might be more like 7 or 8% back. I got, I think, $17 or $18 back on an order I just placed from JCPenney last month. And they also have other things you can do, like answering surveys and all sorts of things. I don't really mess with those things. I don't have time for that right now, but there's so many different ways that you can earn money with Swagbucks. And one of them is printing the coupons. Now this was a moneymaker deal, and this also used a printable coupon that I printed from Swagbucks. These were $2.47 in my store. It's not as good as the deal we were getting on the single packs, but they were $2.47 in the store. Ibotta was giving back $2.50 for buying this, and there was a $3 printable coupon, which made this a huge moneymaker. So you know what I say, anytime you can get something for free, you have something to add to your preps. If you can make money on it, that gives you extra money you can put towards something else in your preps. So that's awesome. Now these are just like Swiffer mop pads. This is the Walmart brand. I do buy the Walmart brand of the mop pads. This box is kind of beat up because they don't give us grocery bags anymore at Walmart, and I usually forget to bring my own bags, so I just toss things in my trunk, so that's been kind of crushed. But I buy the Swiffer brand of liquid refill at the Warehouse Club, and it ends up being cheaper, but this is the cheaper way to buy the mop pads, the Walmart brand. Although I did just find out that Dollar Tree has these, and they're 3 for $1, which actually makes it a little bit better deal than these. I bought some so I can try them to see if it's worth doing the Dollar Tree ones or if they're just junk. So here is the other thing that I got from my Thrive Life order. I do try to buy 1 or 2 units of these every time they're on sale, and they were on sale for Black Friday. I'm kind of in the process of putting together a big custom unit because you can stack these and you can attach them end to end. Now these are the Consolidator Pantry units. I usually get the Pantry Plus unit, But the only difference is you see that this one has like 2 lengths of base and 2 lengths of the top. The Pantry Plus is all the same, except it just contains a 3rd unit, so it's just wider. Other than that, they work together. So these will work together with the ones I already have, the Pantry Plus units. I got 2 of these instead of getting one of the Pantry Plus because they were out of stock on the Pantry Plus on Black Friday, but they were on sale. So, and then I got some canning lids, just 2 boxes of each. I haven't, you know how hard it was to find canning lids. Basically all spring and summer, I could hardly find them at all. And then they had not been restocking my canning area of my store recently, but just today I found, actually it was pretty well restocked, and I found plenty of both size of lids. So I just grabbed 2 boxes of each, because if you use canning jars for anything, it's always a good idea to keep ahead on the lids and stock up on those whenever you see them, because they've been difficult to come by. I did get, actually, okay, I lied. There is one other thing that's not from Walmart. This is from BJ's, our warehouse club, the Dawn Power Wash. I've been using this stuff quite a bit lately. I hadn't ever tried it before, and I got it recently, and I kind of like it, and I'm almost out. So this was the cheapest way to buy more, to get this pack from BJ's. And then I got this 3-pack of Lysol wipes. Actually, the Lysol brand I find is often cheaper than even the Walmart brand, and this one had rebates on Ibotta, and I believe it was checkout 51. So it made it even cheaper. We actually have, I think, 15 canisters of wipes down in the basement, but I figured for that price I can add some more. I don't ever want to run out of those. That was something that was very difficult to find when the pandemic first started. For the first, gosh, 6 months to a year, it was very difficult to find these type of disinfecting wipes. So I definitely keep a good stock of them on hand. I got some paper products, these clear cups, 9-ounce clear cups. We use a ton of these, so I got some more of these to add to my stash. Got some paper plates. These are the really small ones, like sandwich size. I try to buy different sizes because obviously the smaller they are, the cheaper they are usually. And so I don't want to use a big plate if like a kid's just having one sandwich or something. If I can use a smaller plate, it's cheaper. I try not to use disposables all the time, but they are good to have for emergencies. If you can't run your dishwasher, you're going to want to have easy cleanup. So I got 2 of the small packs and 2 of the medium packs. I got some batteries. These Great Value batteries. This is pretty exciting because these are pretty new. I don't know how long they've had these, but they haven't had them very long. Great Value brand batteries. And I did the math, and these are actually cheaper than buying them at my warehouse club. So, and they come in this really nice box. I love the way they're packaged up. So I got 2 48 packs of these. We go through a lot of batteries, especially at Christmas time. So I figured I'd add quite a bit. And I got 2 of these packs of these. And that was really just because my store does not stock this big pack. So I had to order it. And so to get up to free shipping, I added these D batteries, which we did need. And then I got some laundry stuff. These Suavitel Complete. We really like these dryer sheets. This was an Ibotta deal, $2 off, which made this a pretty good price. It's a really big box. I've gotten 3 of those. This Biz, this is not any kind of a deal, but I got 2 boxes of this. I love this stuff. Does anyone else use Biz? This is the absolute best stain remover that I have ever used. I've been using this literally for 20 years, since my oldest daughter was a baby. And I soak things in Biz to remove the stains. If I have something with a stain that's not coming off any other way, I will treat the stain first. I'll either spray it with stain treater, or if it's like a greasy stain, then I put a little bit of Dawn dishwashing detergent on it. If it's a stain on a white area of a piece of clothing, I usually use a bleach pen, and then I soak it in like a dish pan or a cleaning pail with a big giant scoop of Biz, because this is a powder inside of this box. I've never used the liquid. I like the powder. I think the powder works really well. A big giant scoop of Biz in the dish pan or the wash tub, whatever it is. And I also use a sprinkle of powdered dishwasher detergent. Now, I first heard that when someone was talking about bleaching stains out of antique linens, and someone cautioned them that the dishwashing powder has bleach in it and it's not really good for fabrics, but I've never had an issue. And honestly, if you've got a stain that's not coming out any other way, if you can't get that stain out, the clothing is going to be ruined. You're going to pull out all the stops. So I do a big scoop of the Biz and a decent sprinkle of the powdered laundry dishwashing soap, And then I put the hottest water that I can get out of my tap, and I put the clothes in, and I run the water till it just covers the clothes, dissolves all the biz and all the dishwasher powder, and I let that sit. And I'll use like a metal spatula or a heavy metal spoon, something to stir it every once in a while to make sure that the powders are all dissolved and it's all mixing in with the fabrics. And you can see the dirt in the water that's coming out of the clothing. And the only stains that I have not been able to take out with this method is permanent marker and mildew. Other than that, I have never had a stain I could not take out with the Biz. Even before I started using the dishwasher soap, the Biz worked pretty well by itself. Now I've got a ton of this. You can see I really like this stuff. I have what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 bottles here. This is Febreze Laundry Odor Eliminator. I really like this stuff. I used to use this all the time. It's a laundry additive. It's not a detergent. You put it in with your detergent to remove odors. I used to use it all the time in almost every load, and I have not bought it in quite a while because it's really expensive. This was $8 something, and now it's up to $9 something at my store because all the prices have gone up so much. But right now there's a really good deal on this because they've got these coupons hanging around the neck of the bottle. This is one that I actually forgot to use when I checked out, so I figured I'd save it for another bottle. But they've got the $2 off coupon, and there's also a $3 off Ibotta offer, which means it makes them less than half price because it takes $5 off. So I get them for $4 something as opposed to $9 something. So that is why I have bought as many as I can, because I had not been buying this for all because I just couldn't justify the price, even though I really like it. So that's another good thing about stocking up and prepping, is that you can save some money, because I'm going to try to stockpile as much of this as I need to get through to the next time that there's a rebate and a coupon, and hopefully never have to pay full price on this. And then the last thing I have to show you guys, because I love to show you guys these, this is my the latest little free gift bag that I've gotten from my Walmart deliveries. They do this every so often when I do the, not deliveries, we don't have delivery in our area, but this is from my pickup, my Walmart grocery pickup. They'll have these little gift bags with little products inside, and I love these, honestly. They make me so excited when I get one of these. This is some Lumify eye drops. It's just a little single size vial, which would be great to stick into a travel first aid kit. Then I got a packet of this ranch taco seasoning from Hidden Valley. I thought that was pretty cool. I got another packet. I've gotten this before, these liquid IV, and these are really, really expensive in the store, so I love it when I get one for free. And the final thing in here, I think there were actually more things in here, but I'm thinking they were probably like a candy or a gummy snack or something, and one of the kids stole them. But this is just a little mini spatula, which I actually love mini spatulas. And of course it says Walmart on it, but I don't care. So I get really excited when I get those free gift bags from Walmart pickup. That's one good reason to do the Walmart pickup. I haven't gotten one of these in a couple years, but I used to get, every once in a while, they'd give a 10% off up to $200, I think. 10% off your order up to $200 is what it would be. I haven't gotten one of those in several years. I don't know if they do them anymore. I keep hoping. Whenever I get one of these bags, I dig around hoping to find a coupon. I haven't found one in a few years. Well, that was my haul this week, guys. Now comes the hard part, putting it all away. Let me know what you thought of my haul. I love hearing your comments. I love getting tips and ideas from you. Love it when you tell me what you do with some of these items that I got. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I'm Jara with Wicked Prepared. Survive today, thrive tomorrow. We'll see you next time.